Hello and welcome to Head First Fishing. I'm Captain Joseph Rains. Today we're going to be talking about flounder fishing. Flounder is going off right now. It's on fire. The flatties are stacked up in the passes and deep holes. Doesn't take a lot of effort to get them right now. If you want flounder for supper, definitely hit the beach inlets. Go with live whitebait, live shrimp, or you can get strip baits from stingrays and other fish, whatever you want to do. And then you might also want to break out your jigs. And in particular, a shrimp tail imitation is going to be the ticket. One lure that we love to use, and this is a semi-secret, sort of not secret, but I'm going to give it to you anyway, is the Haw River shrimp tail. And as soon as I untangle it from the rod, I'll show it to you. But here it is just a red jig head. Could be white, but red seems to work real well. It's about a ½ ounce jig head, and the Haw River in the motor oil root beer color is really, really good. A slow drag across the bottom, just a couple inches at a time, or a little hop, just a short little jerk like that. Let it sit there. This is not a race. A cast, this could last several minutes. You're going to let this thing slowly come back across the bottom, and you're going to work this bait with a little hop and a little hop, a little drag, and you're not going to move it. And what's going to happen is that flounder is going to notice that movement on the bottom, and it's not going to look like something that is going to cost him a lot of effort to go get. Just a slow little jump motion across the bottom. Flounder is going to cue in on that, and he's going to sneak up to it. And once he thinks he's in striking range, he'll pounce on it. You might feel a sharp thump, or the best way I describe it to people is it feels like you've hooked a dish rag or a Ziploc bag or something like that, and you're trying to drag your lure back across the bottom, and you're like, do I have some seagrass? Do I have a dish rag, a plastic bag? I got some sort of garbage, and you might feel your rod tip kind of load up a little bit like that. You might feel a little bit of weight on there. Well, when you feel that, that's how you know that you have a flounder on. And the key to catching him is to not set the hook. You do not set the hook because flounders are notorious for grabbing the end of the bait. They'll thump it and they'll grab it right there. And that is not where the hook is. He's just holding it. This bait actually has a couple of flounder teeth marks on it. And I'll give you another view of that so you can see it. But they are, again, notorious for just grabbing it and holding it. And they'll just chill out there on the bottom, and you're wondering what's going on. You got to let that flounder have enough time to work his way up the lure. And eventually, he's going to get past the hook. So our rule of thumb is minimum 30 seconds. But you can wait as far as a minute. And he's just going to hold that bait in his mouth. Flounder are ambush predators. They lie on the bottom, and they just wait for something to swim just close enough for them to, swiftly jump out. Open. He's got a big mouth, believe it or not, and they've got teeth. And he jumps up off the bottom and slurps the bait in, or grabs a hold of it and just waits there until it dies. So that's what he's doing. He's grabbed your lure. He's just crushing it with his teeth and holding it and waiting for it to die, and then he can safely go ahead and take the rest of the bait in his mouth. So again, when you're flounder fishing, patience is key. When I started learning flounder fishing, I was too impatient. I would feel that thump, and I would wait 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and I would feel the fish. I'd get so excited, and I'd set the hook, and I'd come back with half of a bait or no bait. So definitely want to exercise a little bit of caution, some patience. Heck, crack open a drink, a beer, a Coke, whatever, and take a sip, check your email, and then check your rod tip. Pull back on the rod, feel that rod tip load up, spend 30 seconds to a minute, take the slack out of your line if you've got any, and then hit him. And that should be a big difference maker when it comes to flounder fishing.